Well, hi friends, it's Wayne Polson coming to you from Heartwood, right next door to SM Heartland. As usual, I've never left. I've been here for a little over 2 years, and this is the exact same spot I've been in since we moved in. I'll probably be here till after I die. As a matter of fact, I instructed Susie to spread my ashes down there at the Memory Garden on SM Heartland. That's a wonderful thought. Let's move on. So, the reason I'm here today is I am going to do a little instructional video. It's not really an instructional video. I don't know what I'm doing, folks. I'm an amateur at everything I do pretty much. I mean, I'm a practicing amateur. I got accused by one guy in the comments saying that, you know, I'm trying to present myself as some kind of I don't think he used the word professional, but I think he said something like trying to present myself as a Sawyer feller, which is really not at all what I've ever called myself. I'm not a Sawyer, I'm not a feller. I'm not professional. I just love doing what I do. I don't know everything about what I do. As a matter of fact, most times I don't know anything about what I'm doing until I do it. That's just flying by the seat of your pants. So, by the way, if you want to get right to the meat, did I already tell you this? If you want to get to the meat of this project that I'm going to install here, you can skip ahead to the timestamp below, and you can skip my whole foolish monologue if you'd like. This time that I spend right here in the beginning of the video is for my YouTube family. It's for all of my friends and followers who've been there for a while and who really love to engage in the comments and have meaningful conversations. And these people have done a lot for me. I'm grateful to them. I love all of them. And if that's not your cup of tea, then that's fine. I feel no different about you. I wish I could get to know you a little bit, and I wish you were interested in getting to know me a little bit. That would be wonderful, but I know how the whole social thing works. So the reason though I'm making this video is because I had total knee surgery total knee replacement back in December, and one of my long-term subscribers, Angie K, was real concerned about me being able to get in and out of the bed of my truck. So she sent me this Traxion tailgate ladder, and I'm going to install that today. Finally, I mean, the weather's beautiful, I feel great, and things are going well. I want to just give a shout out though to all of you, to the family out there: Angie K, Tammy Duda, Wango, Jeremy Weaver, Terry White, Michael White, John Gray, Michael Snow, Don Snow, Proteus Patrick. I know I'm missing a lot of people. Tom Hockenbrough. There are just so many, too many to mention, and if I left your name out, please don't take offense to that. I love you all, appreciate you all being here and watching the video. Let me give you a little update about Susie. Susie's doing great. Her jaw is healing real well, and she still has some tenderness around the nose and I guess maybe parts of her upper cheek bone. That's still healing. She's only 5 weeks out from the incident where she got kicked by our horse Rusty, and I'll put a link to that video here. She is going in for a partial plate that she should be getting sometime maybe next week. That'll give her a beautiful smile back again, but it's temporary. And then within the next year, she'll get permanent implants put in, and she'll be back to normal, as they say. I'm doing great. I don't know, it's December 15th, so what? I'm approaching 8 weeks, 7 weeks now, 6 weeks, whatever it is. And I'm doing really well. Still a little tender, still a little awkward at times, but I'm on my way. Be thinking about Wango. Wayne Wango Weaver had a total knee replacement on the 30th of January, and so he's a little over a week into it. And I hear he's doing well with it. So Wango, hang in there, buddy. It's going to be good. So what I want to do though is first of all, just give a shout out to Angie for sending this to me. I don't know what this cost. It's a Traxion tailgate ladder. That's Traxion. I believe the website is traxionproducts.com. If you want to check out more about them, please do so. Let's get down to the meat of this, shall we? All right, so the first thing you have to consider is where you're going to put this base plate, this mounting plate. This has to go, it can go on either side of the tailgate. It has to be, though, ahead of the cable so that the ladder will not interfere with the support cable here. You don't want to get it too close to the top of the tailgate, because then the ladder will be visible when the tailgate is put up. So the instructions recommend about 1 inch down below the top, so I'm just going to put it right at the edge of this trim piece here. And they also say about a 1/2 inch in from the left edge. Now, I think it's important that what you should do here is you should verify that position by lifting the tailgate up And then just checking out the inside of that, making sure that when you rotate this tailgate up, it's not going to, this plate's not going to interfere with anything up in here, okay? So I can see on mine, though I have plenty of wiggle room, I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and mark some holes here. I've got this pretty well where I need it to be. You also want to make sure your screws are going to go into a meaty part of these raised ribs here. Okay, so I'm going to offset it just a little bit more like that and go ahead and mark the holes. I'm going to get that. I may put some up there. I'm going to get 2 down here. 4 may be enough. I'm going to go ahead and mark 6 though, and just so I have that option available. Move this out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and put a center punch. And I have a sprayed liner here. So there are 2 lengths of screws. If you have a sprayed liner, or if you have no liner at all, you use the shorter sheet metal screws. If you have a basically a liner insert, then you use the longer screws according to the instructions. It's recommended to use a 9/64 bit. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start these holes. All right, so with those holes drilled, for the rest of this procedure, you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver number 2. You're going to need 2 10mm wrenches, and the bag of hardware is right here. I'm going to just pour that out. I'm going to remove all those longer screws that I said were for use with an inserted liner. I don't need these long screws. I think these are 40mm. I'm not exactly sure. 35. Get rid of those. And some of this other hardware is for later. These are the 6 screws that I'm going to use to anchor the base. And then I have a couple extra screws that will be used later in the procedure as well. All right, so we'll put this in place. I'm going to grab my impact driver. All right, so now I'm going to go through, tighten these down. Very good. All right, so that part's done. All right, next are these, I don't know what these are called, rocker arms, I believe. And they have these little bumpers. The idea behind the bumpers is these things get mounted here, and when you fold the ladder in, you want the ladder to rest on these little rubber bumpers so that it prevents rattling. So we're going to install these with these little quick pins. Like so. Like that. And now these things can pivot freely. All right, so that part's done. The next thing we want to do is attach the down tubes. Now, one of these down tubes is curved, and that's to avoid interfering with the cable. So that one will go toward the truck. All right, so that'll go in here like this, and we use a nut and a bolt for that. I think this is where the 10mm comes in, although this does not look like 10, but I could be off. I'm going to put the head of the bolt on the outside just for appearance. And I'm going to go ahead and, actually I'm missing a tool. I think I need a, this is a cap head screw, a hex head screw, so I'm going to need a hex driver for that. Let me grab that real quick. All right, that's good. You don't want this to be super tight, but you want it to be able to swivel. So that's good for that one. Now this piece has, both of these have multiple holes on the down end. The up end is a single hole. You want to make sure you get the right hole in here. Good deal. All right, and these are locking nuts on here, so you don't have to worry about them coming off. We are almost finished with this, folks. We're probably about halfway. The next step is going to be the down tube. Of course, Traxion wants you to display the warning label on the outside, so to be correct about that, I'm going to go ahead and follow their instructions. So take these out. Now, I'm going to move the camera so you can see this a little bit better. All right, so we're going to go ahead and insert these down tubes like this. And the object, I think, is to get these tubes to be about, you want about a 15-degree angle away from the bed of the truck. So you want to find the closest hole. And that seems to be the one right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just follow my convention and put my bolts in from the outside and put the nuts on the inside. I think that's the intention anyway, folks. Good deal. So now that ladder's in place, I can climb up. Now to stow the ladder, we're going to flip it over, and I'm going to move the camera one more time. So the ladder just flips up like this, and as you can see, those rubber bumpers are down, so this is providing a cushion. Now what we want to do is we have a tie down here, and the idea here is to put this somewhere on this rib, the closest rib to the first rung. So I'm going to just put it right here. And I want my screws to be underneath the ladder, so I'm going to mount this like that. By the way, there is a hole. There's a hole already, a pilot hole already formed in these straps. So I'm going to put that right about there. So what I'm going to do is take the center punch and punch through there. There we go. I'm going to drill a hole. So they come with this little Phillips head screw, and I want to put this in so that the buckle is oriented right, like that. So it's upside down here. So there we go. All right, that's in place. Good. Now what I want to do is bring the ladder back up. Okay, with that where it's going to be, I want to go ahead and mark here. All right. Just so I have a reference in case I lose this. This is going to go underneath again. Like about there. Good deal. Go ahead and mark this hole. I'm just going to go ahead and follow what I did on the first one. Like that. That's good. Okay, everything's in place. So what will happen now, I'll bring this up like that. So there we go, folks. The ladder's secured. Tailgate closes. All right, folks, let's test it out. Let's see how it works. Release the strap. I wish this had a different buckle. I don't like feeding this through here. No offense, Angie. I'm thinking I might put a different buckle on this. I'd like to have one that just snaps together, but I'm not complaining. All right, There she is. Here I am. Life is good. I'm happy. Angie, thank you so much for this gift. It's going to change my life for sure. I appreciate that. My orthopedic surgeon is going to be thankful as well. So that's it, folks. That's all I have. Folks, thank you so much for being a part of this channel. Let me see if I can get you to see me. Can you see me okay? This is where I stay now. To all of my friends out there, thank you so much for watching. Those of you who just tuned in to see this instructional thing or this demonstration, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing. I would really love to have you as a subscriber. And if you have comments, put them down below, but remember to keep your comments kind. Folks, that's it. Thank you so much for all that you've done for me. I'll see you in another video, hopefully real soon. Y'all take care and stay kind out there, will you?